All right, this the Raw Report. Oh, that's right there. Hey, Dia joined right in. Hey. Drum roll. Okay, we're going to have a fun episode today. We're going to do it Birdman style. Boom, 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 boom. Remember when Birdman was on Rap City? He came out. Okay, you can be Lil Wayne, and I'll be Birdman. You could be Juvenile. Okay, unless you want to be Birdman. You want to switch?
I don't know.
Okay, Charles just doesn't know what's going on here. All right. No, I'm just joking. Anyway, I want to shout out YouTube Avenues. They had a great event in Philadelphia that we were invited to be a part of, the Raw Report. It was very exciting. So I want to give a shout out to YouTube. I want to give a shout out to YouTube and the whole staff over there. And Wallow267, he's a Philadelphia resident, very famous, but he's also a YouTube exec now. A YouTube exec.
That's good.
Yeah. Shout out to Wallow.
He's doing his thing.
Of the YouTube staff. So anyway, a lot of things going on. I want to introduce the guest this week. You guys know Prince Charles. He's been with us for
Peace
2
and
weeks.
Blessings.
The last 2 episodes, which is very nice. And then we have Diamante Cherry. That's the long name, but she goes by Dia. Dia, please introduce yourself to the people.
Yeah, so I'm Dia. I'm a singer-songwriter. I've been doing it for a few years, and yeah, I'm happy to be here. Happy to participate.
Great.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you. Dia's only our second woman that we've had on the show, and that's due to Bomb being a sexist. That has nothing to do with me. That's right. That's why Bomb stays off camera, because he's a sexist. No, I'm just joking. Bomb, he's been begging for more diversity here. You know what I'm saying? He's a diverse guy. We call him.
Has Bomb ever showed his face on camera?
I believe no.
Not on the podcast. I've been on his Instagram live.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
So you gotta catch you sometimes on live, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. Bomb
Gotcha.
he was on IG Live, and his fans went wild.
He's like Mr. X on Inspector Gadget. Or whatever.
That's right. But sometimes he shows up. Only for his fans. I mean, a lot of stuff going on in the world. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. There's so much shit going on. I mean, the news is going crazy. The violence is out of control. Dia, are you causing a lot of this violence in Philadelphia? Are you responsible for any of these murders?
Yeah, I got to control my anger a little bit,
Wow.
Definitely.
How many have you killed?
Quite a few.
Oh, my goodness. I don't believe that. I think you're a nice person. I don't think you're out there killing. But on a serious note, there has been how many murders, Bomb? Do we know the exact
They
toll?
reported it today in Philadelphia. It's 300.
Ooh.
That's too many.
300.
Too many. 300 too many.
All over Nike Air Tops, high top sneakers. Everybody was shot for a pair of high tops. No, I'm joking. I mean, back in the 80s, people used to get killed for sneakers, but I mean, the shit is getting scary though. I mean, you can't go outside after a certain time. Like one of my neighbors, he says, every night he goes home, he locks the door. 10 o'clock, doesn't go back out. Doesn't go back out.
Yeah.
I mean, like this shit's getting goofy. Bomb, do we got any other stats?
So far in July, 43 people have died.
Damn. In 1 month?
Yeah, just
We got 2 weeks left too.
Lord have mercy. I'm actually looking at some of these stats though, and it's looking like, if you had to guess, what's the number 1 state with the most homicides?
I would say us, Pennsylvania.
Nope.
I would say Illinois.
Nope. Gun violence. Alaska.
Well, that's it.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Alaska's
Well, per capita?
Per
or
capita.
Okay, per capita.
because
Okay.
it's bigger.
Yeah, I was going to say it's huge.
And the population's smaller.
Yeah, population smaller and big. But, I mean, let's see. We got some alarming numbers here. We got some pretty rough numbers. What do we got here? We got, let's start at the bottom of the list. Okay, Hawaii.
Hawaii. Yeah.
39
Makes
murders.
sense. People were relaxing.
Amen. Hawaii. Have you ever been?
No.
I have not.
Bomb, you ever been to Hawaii?
No.
Oh, my God. See, that's why they keep people like us out. They're keeping us out. You know what I'm saying? I've been to Hawaii, only the airport.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they wouldn't let me in because
Oh,
they
okay.
thought I was going to kill someone.
You were transferring to, Asia?
Yeah. Yeah, Charles knows that. So anyway, so Hawaii is the place to go if you're looking for not that many homicides. After Hawaii, Rhode Island. 43. Bomb, do you have these stats too? Are you looking at these?
Rhode Island's pretty tiny, though.
Huh?
It's like
Yeah.
this big.
Oh,
That's
yeah, Rhode
pretty
Island's
small,
pretty
yeah.
small.
Yeah.
So
You
I
could
mean-
probably walk across in 5
Yeah.
minutes.
Okay, we got Connecticut, 186 murders. Okay.
I don't think Rhode Island is actually an island, is it? It's a good question, right?
I think it is an island, or it may not be. I don't know.
We got to look up the map of Rhode Island.
Wow, California, not good, but it's a big state. 3,100 homicides. All right, so I mean, yeah, the violence is getting out of control. I mean, so D, I mean, you as a female, do you carry a gun? Do you have a gun at home?
I have a gun at home. I don't carry a gun.
So you don't have a license to carry?
No. But, that's something that even my dad's been recommending for me to do.
Right.
Just to stay safe.
Yeah.
But, even carrying a gun, though, I mean, you pull it out, you have to use it. We
much.
live in that kind of city. So it's that risk, too, of just, like, people knowing you have it.
That is very true. Charles, do you stay strapped in these streets?
I say strapped by the power of God.
Oh, good, good. All right, so no guns for you?
No guns.
Oh,
That guy
that's
that tried to kill me would have died. If I had a
Oh,
gun.
right. See, Charles is one of the victims that you read about in the
Almost,
news.
yeah.
It was,
I was almost one of those numbers last year.
the guy tried to stab Charles, and Charles grabbed the knife. You know what I'm saying? Because Charles is Jamaican, Swedish, so he can grab
much.
knives and shit like that. So it works out. You know what I'm saying? But
Works
that
out.
guy didn't know you were Jamaican. He didn't know you were half Jamaican, Charles.
No, he didn't.
He didn't know. He thought you were just a beige citizen, beige resident.
Which was very disrespectful.
Which
for
is
him
very
to do that.
disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yes, very, very. We don't tolerate beige crimes.
He was a non-beige resident.
Oh, was he?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, doesn't surprise me. Those low lifes. Doesn't surprise me at all. These filthy non-beige. No, okay, anyway.
We are people of the future.
Oh, but we'll get into that later. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
no
But
problem.
in any case, I mean, the shit is getting out of control. Have any of your girlfriends been pocketbook snatched or anything like that?
No.
Nothing close to home.
Thank goodness. Yeah,
Okay.
nothing too close
good.
to home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit's crazy. I got robbed too. Like 15th and Sampson. 15th and Sampson! Cops everywhere. How did they get me? How did they get me? Oh, I gave my wallet up, and amongst other things I don't even want to talk about. And
When was this?
I didn't tell you about this, Charles?
No.
I didn't tell you about. I had like a 45-day bad luck streak.
Oh,
I got stuck up downtown. I crashed my car. I caught COVID. It was like 45 days of bad luck. I had to stay. I was staying away. I didn't want it to rub off on anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go
I
into
got you.
hiding until my bad luck streak broke, and it finally broke. I was like,
Makes
oh,
sense.
because I usually have good luck streaks. I'm the good luck guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't
Definitely.
bad luck. It was like, what the hell happened? I feel like somebody put a root on me. That's what I feel like happened.
Someone put the mojo on you.
I'm not sure who.
But
I'm not sure
yeah.
who.
Well, it's a good thing you're over it because it didn't stick.
Whoa. It was a rough one.
Yeah.
Very rough one. Anyway, not as rough as Philadelphia, though. So 300 homicides, 6 months to go. How many homicides do you think we're going to end up with? Do you think we're going to end with, do you think it's going to be 12? Do you think it's going to be 1,600? How many was it last year, Bomb?
Last year, let's see, 20.
It was a record, I believe.
2021 Philadelphia homicides. We're trying to beat the record.
Um,
Oh, I guess we don't want to.
Yeah, we don't want that.
We want
it's
to
not
beat
a
the
good
record by beating lower, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
We wanna,
last year,
Fly on it.
2021, there were 562.
In the whole entire year, so we're
We're past
we're gonna
halfway.
beat that.
Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah.
beat that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that, it's the post-COVID shit. I mean, it has to have something to do with that because people are just aggressively just more violent in every
Yeah.
place that you go. You can't even go to a bar or you can't even get on a flight.
Well, it all has to do with, I think it all has to do with the fact that people were cooped up for months.
Right.
And then people were allowed to go out, but there was nothing open. And then there was a whole bunch of riots. And then they defunded police. And then, police are afraid to do things. And then, it's a whole bunch of,
I mean,
it's like
speaking of police
Snowball
afraid
effect.
to do things, not to cut you off.
Uvalde.
Oh, God. Oh,
Exactly.
God. It just keeps getting worse and worse. Have you seen any of this stuff, dear?
No. What happened?
Uvalde, where the kids were trapped in the school
Oh,
and the
yeah.
guys
They're not
shooting up the
doing
school,
anything?
and
Yeah.
the cops are like, oh, we're
hand
getting shot.
sanitizer, going through his phone. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
And the videos keep dropping. It's
Oh.
like the left shoe
Terrible.
keeps dropping. You know what I'm saying? What is it? The second? Is it the left shoe or the second shoe? What is it?
I don't know.
Bob, do you know it was the second shoe drops, or is it the left shoe? Anyway, you guys are too young. You know what I'm saying? I'm the oldest person in here today.
Oh.
I'm the old fogey.
I was born in 77.
Nah, Charles, you were told to be younger than I am. Anyway.
I know.
Okay, anyway.
Gotcha.
Charles, I guess you are theoretically younger than me by a few months. But anyway, any case, moving on. It's supposed to be the second shoe, or I believe it's the second shoe. That's something I used to say in my generation.
The second shoe. Okay.
That second shoe is dropped, but it's like the fourth shoe's dropped on these guys. It's like Uvalde. They just got a whole shoe store. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what do you think should happen to these guys? Like,
I don't know. I mean, what you're gonna say? Defund them? They're not doing their job. The person who did do something, he wasn't a cop. He was a state trooper, correct?
is that true?
I just know that the one guy that went in, and I think he was like off duty, like might have been a state trooper. Because they chastised him for doing it, and like
because
the
they had
charges
orders.
against him.
The orders probably were like,
Well,
stand
the guy's
down. We need a big fiasco right now.
Yeah, no, he's like, well, you don't have to hurt anybody else. Like, why don't you come out? Like,
even the cops that did go in, didn't they only like get their kids and come out?
I mean, that's despicable.
I mean, it's just one guy. I mean, like, someone got to take him out. I mean,
there was a whole group of cops.
You got body armor. 50. You got a guy outnumbered 50-1, and you're wearing body armor. I mean, we have to do something. Then they're saying that there's a kid inside the classroom who's like shot, who's like talking to them, like one on one, like, yo, get in here, like, what the fuck?
Right. Like,
what's taking you so long?
Right.
You fucking pricks. You know what I'm saying? It was like, God bless that little guy.
Did you hear about the Norway shooting that happened back in 2011?
No.
Okay, there was a guy. So he bombed a police station in Oslo.
Okay.
And then got into a boat and went across a river to like a youth camp, like 14 to like 17, 18-year-old, and took out a machine gun and shot straight, just shooting straight for 100 minutes straight, hour and 40 minutes. And the police, they didn't know what the hell to do, and it took them. They had to drive all the way around and come back down to the youth camp. While this guy he killed 78 people.
What?
Insane.
Holy
It was the same day Amy
shit.
Winehouse died.
Wow.
Same day or so, right day before Amy Winehouse died.
I mean, 78 people. I mean, did he give a reason? Or did they take him alive?
And then when they came, he just put his gun down, and then
they
arrested him. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Thank God he wasn't black. They would have just shot his ass like, BAM!
He had a German last name though.
Oh, okay.
So,
Nazi. Okay, got it.
I mean, the theory is like, I mean, I don't know. Like, conspiracy theory is like they wanted to have Norway give up the oil that they got and then get into the EU so that.
But who was this guy? Was
a lot
he a
of
soldier? What was?
He was some guy. He came traveling through Sweden. He came up through, like, I guess through Finland, Sweden.
Are you gonna have another?
And then
sure.
down into Norway. And
Thank you.
the borders back and forth are just so, the borders are very loose,
Really?
There's no
in
like,
Norway?
Norway to Sweden, yeah, and the EU.
Oh my God.
In Europe is you just drive right through and nobody's
That's
stopping.
good to know.
Well,
78 killed 78 people.
And we've never heard of that. Would you go to show? They only tell us what the fuck they want to tell us. You know what I'm saying? Now the Uvalde thing, it's like that I had to stay on a little longer because it's just baffling how people can get away with that. It's like when the law enforcement society. I mean, are there any cops that are coming out against Uvalde? Have we seen any of those stories? Like cops against Uvalde cops? I mean, has anyone resigned? Has the mayor resigned?
I think the guy's suspended or whatever. He's on paid leave or whatever.
That town needs a whole nother police force. Like anyone who is walking around Uvalde with a badge, and this is to the Uvalde people. I want to reach out to them. This is open letter to the people of Uvalde. You need a new entire police district. Anyone that's had a uniform on when that happened, they're out. I mean, they gotta be. How do you look those people in the eye? How do you drive? How do you get in your car as a Uvalde police person, and
Officer.
and then drive around that area and try to say that you're protecting and serving these people? I mean, it's such a joke. I would open fire on the police every time I saw them. It was because they're scared anyway. If that's the case, we must, as the Bloods and Crips, I need 1 million Bloods and Crips to meet me in Uvalde. We might as well just take this shit over. Make it called Blood Crip Town or Crip Blood Town or something. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a new black mecca of America. We could come on, Bloods and Crips. Let's go down there and take that shit over. The police are nothing. Right?
Yeah,
no?
I hear you.
No, sound crazy?
I hear you.
Just a fantasy of mine. I bring the Bloods and Crips together. Let me just be. Well, this is a black thing.
Unite.
The funny thing about the Bloods and Crips, the red and blue, they're both really the same color.
Yeah.
Think about that. Anyway, Uvalde Police Department, you have been warned. I will be coming, Mom. Can you pass this into the Uvalde Police Captain? Okay, great. Listen, Uvalde Police, this is your warning. You've got 72 hours to vacate. If my orders are not met, 1 million Bloods and Crips will be in Uvalde next Monday. Okay?
At 2:37 p.m.
At 2:37 p.m. At 1:87 p.m. Wait, that's not a real time.
But we get the
But
point.
you get the point. You get the point. I mean, there's no way I could live in that town and not overthrow the police. They'd be like, yo, you gotta go. Like, you have to go. You have to go. I would replace the fire department with the fucking police. And like, anybody, the police go.
Firemen actually care.
They do a better job, man. They're fucking real heroes. Fucking police. Most police are on the take anyway. I know I would be. If I was a cop, I'd be a dirty cop. I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, if you were a cop, would you be a dirty cop or would you be a clean cop?
I actually just talked about this, and I said I might be a dirty cop. Yeah.
What would be your hustle?
I don't know. See, I feel like I'd be one of those cops that, like, you know, just cut a deal. You know, like, as long as there's no, like, violence involved, you know, nonviolent crimes.
So you'd be paid off weekly.
Yeah,
Okay,
something
I like
like
that.
that, you know. As long as it's not violent, we're cool.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds like a cool racket.
Charles, I feel like you would be a good cop, Charles.
I'd be the righteous cop.
Yeah, I feel like you would be like out there really like trying to save lives and shit. And then they'd be like, "Oh, Charles, Detective Dice was just here. We've got an investigation on him. What do you think?" And you'd be like, "Oh, well, Detective Dice tries to do good for the community." And Charles would try to save me from the other cops. You know what I'm saying?
Internal affairs.
Internal affairs. I'd be like, "Okay, Charles, Detective Dice, we got him on camera." And Charles would be like, "Oh, well, he's trying it. He tries." Okay.
The coolest thing.
I'd be dirty cop.
The coolest thing would be like good cop, bad cop. You know.
Right, we could work together.
Yeah.
We could work together. You know what I'm saying? I'd be dirty cop. I'd be taking all kind of bribes. I'd be doing drugs in the cop car and shit. I'd be like pouring whiskey in my coffee mug. You know what I'm saying? I'd be stealing donuts. All kinds. I'd just be a buck wild. You know what I'm saying? I would love to. Actually, I want to be a cop now.
You want to go through
I
training?
have the power. Only I don't want to go through the training.
Yeah.
And, oh well.
Police academy.
My dreams of being a cop.
Yeah.
What about a private investigator? Can I do that and just act like
I
a cop?
guess. But you're not officially
You
a
don't
cop.
have the same type of power.
That's right.
Yeah.
You gotta have the uniform where you can just walk in and take a donut, just eat it in front of the donut clerk.
And stare at somebody.
Yeah,
right?
like, just eat it all. Like, rah, 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 rah. Just stare them down and be like, "Thanks. See you tomorrow." Oh man, dirty cops are fun. Have you ever seen that movie, The Bad Lieutenant?
No.
Charles, you ever seen Bad Lieutenant?
Long time ago.
Okay, anyway, I'm guessing maybe. I know you haven't seen it, Bob. It just
Harvey
came out the
Keitel.
year Bob was born.
Harvey Keitel.
Yeah. The bad Lou. He was a bad fucking cop.
He was
a
bad.
Uvalde kind of cop. He was like a cop that you would only
He had
find in
attitude
Uvalde.
though. Nobody had attitude though.
Yeah, but even the bad Lou would not sit by and let children get fucking shot.
That's
at.
what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like the
He wasn't
bad
that
Lou, huh?
He wasn't poor lieutenant. He was just bad
Yeah,
lieutenant.
he was the bad lieutenant, not the fucking tasteless lieutenant, tasteless, cowardly lieutenant. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we should do a rendition of the bad Lou. We do a spoof of the bad Lou, but it'd be based off a Uvalde cop, so it'd be called the tasteless, classless, cowardly Lou.
Lou.
Right. Okay. All right. Got it.
Remember our thing, Lucky Lou?
Lucky Lou.
Sticks like glue to your shoe.
Lucky Lou.
It's nap time.
Oh, it was a song about staying away. It was more like a Christian. It was a faith-based tune.
It was faith-based,
Because
definitely.
Lucky Lou was Lucifer.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
And we were like, Lucky Lou
Sticks like
sticks
glue
like glue
to your
to
shoe.
your shoe. It's nap
nap
time. So you gotta stay away from anything negative. You gotta keep positivity in life. And Lucky Lou is looking for you. And he'll get to
That's
you
right.
through anything. The devil is
right.
in everything, which is just not to turn this to a faith-based podcast. But,
Hey, nothing wrong with having faith, though.
well, that's true. I pray to all the gods. You know what I'm saying? I leave no God unturned. You know what I'm saying? When I pray. You know what I mean? So what about
I
you?
got
You Catholic? Christian? Baptist?
I guess Christian. Yeah.
You guess
But
Christian? Okay.
I'm very spiritual. I have a strong relationship with God.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Charles.
That's awesome.
Buddhist
Yeah,
monk, I know.
Rasta. Yeah.
Charles is a Buddhist. No, you're
Rastafari.
Rastafari. I knew that, Charles. Everybody knows that, okay? I'm sorry, Charles. It's kind of hard to hide that, okay?
Okay. Gotcha. There's no shame.
Mom,
in
would you
it.
like to tell us your denomination of religion, even though we already know? You're Latin Catholic. Oh, you're Jewish? What? What? No! I don't believe it. No, I'm just yeah, he's Jewish, and I like to pray to all the gods. So it's like some days I'm Jewish, some days I'm Muslim, some days I'm Christian, some days I'm Buddhist. Most mornings and afternoons and evenings, I do revert back to Rastafarianism periodically throughout the day.
Meditation,
you know what I'm saying?
strong meditation.
Yeah, some things that the Rastafarians do, I'm quite fond of.
I get that.
Regarding that. Yeah, but anyway, enough about the religion, the religions of the world, because the funny thing about all the religions is we're all wrong. You know what I'm saying? So think about that. I mean, how is the how do you imagine God though? Do you think God's a man, woman, or doesn't matter?
God's like an all-being man. We always refer to God as He, which is interesting, but I don't think God actually has He's just everything, just a being. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, the main creator. But I don't know, when I think about God, it's hard to wrap your head around what God is. Yeah, and I think that's kind of the point.
Yeah.
You know? It's like God's not something we can actually visualize or
talk
structure.
about that. Like Book of Job, God talks about that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
He's like, you have no idea. You can't fathom what I.
Exactly, and we're not supposed to.
Comprehend.
Like, we're human beings, so anything bigger than that dimension is something we'll get to when we get to a different part of our spiritual lives out of the shell.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that's kind of how I
dig it.
feel.
Pretty fucking deep. Yeah, she said out of the shell. That means this is nothing.
It is.
This beautiful body.
I also believe God is. I also believe God is within each one of us,
Mm.
and we're all a representation of God because we were made in
His image.
according to His likeness.
According to the Bible. Now,
Well,
me,
the Bible.
there's like I said, there's some things I'm Christian about, some things I'm Jewish about, some things I'm Muslim about, some things I'm Buddhist monk about, a lot of things I'm Rastafarian about, but the whole God made us in His image thing. It's like, does it matter if He made us in His image? Like, if we found out that we weren't made in God's image, like, would you be like, damn, I thought I was like you, God. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if you got to heaven and God's not a man, He's not a woman, He's like a chimpanzee.
Like a toad or something.
Yeah, or a toad or a cricket. You know what I'm saying? Like, God's up there like Jiminy Cricket and shit. Like, do you love Him any less? Like, God's an elephant. I actually could imagine God being an elephant. I mean, can imagine that. Like, because you think about how gentle the elephant is. He's a big, gentle character. I mean, little animal.
They have great memories too.
They remember. They never forget. They never forget, Charles. But you got to think about that. Like, does it matter? Like, okay, if you get to heaven and God's a cricket, what's your next move?
I guess it does. I feel like, honestly, in every religion, right, no matter what religion you're looking at, the whole point is to get to your higher self, the spiritual, enlightened self, that God's, whatever spiritual religion you wants you to get to.
Which is the practice of that.
Yeah. So, it's interesting to me. Like, if I get to heaven and there's a whole thing with going to heaven, too. Like, there's only a selected number. There's Judgment Day. That no one actually gets to heaven until Judgment Day comes.
Oh, shit. So everybody's like in a waiting room.
It's like purgatory. Yeah.
Oh.
Until God actually, Judgment Day comes and then God says, hey, you get in, you don't.
So everybody's just chilling. So no one's in heaven right now?
No, everyone's chilling.
Well, the Bible also says the kingdom of heaven will be on earth after the
right.
after the final world
after the
time,
war.
after Rome falls.
Damn. So everybody's just kind of like hanging out somewhere in a waiting room.
Yeah, people that pass that believe. I mean, that's what they said. That's what it says.
Well, is hell open or is hell closed too?
That's something I actually don't know
'Cause
about.
it's like,
There's no mention of hell in the Bible.
Ooh, fuck. Could
No
you
such thing.
imagine?
There's only Sheol,
Being
which
in
is
that-
where they threw the dead bodies
Where?
and the burnt. Sheol is called.
Fuck, Sheol. I didn't even know.
But hell is no such thing. There's no such thing. I think some Catholics made it up
I hope
like
you're right.
600,
fear
700 years ago.
tactic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope there's no hell because, ooh, ooh, I'm probably going. You know what I'm saying? Please forgive me, God. Please forgive me. Anyway, could you imagine being in fucking purgatory though, and know you're going to hell? I mean, like, because it's like the thing was like, oh, I don't know if I'm getting to
purgatory's a
heaven.
Catholic
like,
thing
okay,
too.
I'm waiting it out. Okay, so I'm waiting it out. I was like, okay, I'm going to heaven. Like some people know they're going to heaven. Some people like, fuck, like, is there a last minute thing I can do to get into heaven? It's like, fuck, like I'm going to fuck to hell. And it's like, yeah, hell's opening in 20 minutes. It's like, fuck, I gotta get out of here. It's like, I'm going to fuck to hell. Like, God, please, will you forgive me? He's like, oh, too late, Jim. It's like, you know, fuck. I mean, is it that simple as you're on your deathbed, you've been sinning your whole life, then you ask Jesus to forgive you? Because in Christianity, you can only get to God if you go through Jesus, right?
That's what it says.
Mom, don't tell him what the Torah says about Jesus. That'll just upset him. Okay. You know, but anyway, so it says you got to go through Jesus to get to heaven. And, you know, you're on your deathbed. You've been sinning and grinning the whole time. And now this last 30 seconds of your life is like, God, please forgive me. I accept Jesus into my heart. I don't want to go to hell. Heaven. And God's like, fuck it.
You know, Jamaicans
Come on
don't say Jesus. They'll say Jesus. You know, because Jesus sounds like Zeus, and they don't like.
Well, it's spelled the same way. It's spelled the same way. I mean, who knows what Jesus' real name was? I mean, was it Jesus?
Well, they say it was Yehoshua or
see,
Yeshua.
there you go.
But there's no J in Hebrew, so.
Dia, so you just had a show. Wow,
Yeah.
you were just telling Bomb. It was at
Kung Fu Necktie.
Okay, how was it?
It was really nice.
Oh.
It was hosted by Hashland.
Oh.
So they threw the show, and it was my first show in a long time because the pandemic, you know, they don't come that often, but I had a nice turnout.
Oh my God! Studio people. Okay, anyway, please continue.
But yeah, it was nice. I performed a couple of my singles from my first debut album from
okay.
Realignment. Yeah.
Right.
And then I
Hope you go out and get that. Tell them where to get it.
Yeah, it's on all streaming platforms actually. So
Beautiful.
Apple Music, you know, Spotify is probably the main two that people go towards.
Right,
So.
right.
But yeah, and then I performed 2 of my new singles because I just dropped 2
That's
new
right.
singles
I
this
saw
year
that.
after
That's
a while.
awesome.
Yeah, Burn and Fill Me Up. Really good songs.
Nice.
But yeah, so I was really excited, you know. It
I
was a
saw
good
some of the
feel.
video. Look crazy.
Yeah, I actually got some good footage that I have to post soon. I'm just like going through
I saw
it.
some clips on hip hop since 1987.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, so look cool.
Oh, yeah.
Or was that your page?
That might have been my
Maybe
page.
it was your page. I don't know. I
Yeah.
get those confused. You know what I'm saying? And those are the only pages I look at on Instagram. Hip hop since 1987 and Diamante. That's all I look at. And Prince Charles. And Bob.
Much respect.
And Forge. And my other page. And,
And your own page.
Yeah, and my other page. And Questlove's page.
There you go.
And Beyonce's page. But anyway.
Good choices.
Moving on. Moving on! Okay? It's enough about me. We're talking about you. I'm
hear
trying to
about
get
the-
tough on you.
You hear about the guy that called AOC a big booty Latina?
On the Capitol steps.
On the Capitol
while
steps,
an officer
yeah.
was watching.
Who is this guy?
Some
Bob,
white
can we-
guy.
Is he political or is he just not a nobody?
Probably.
He's some conservative commentator whack
Yeah.
job.
Oh yeah, that he interviews people, I think, and
Yeah.
stuff.
Conservative whack job.
Like,
Can we
we're
pull
out
up his
weird
name,
stuff,
Bob?
yeah.
Can we find this asshole's name?
I don't even. They blurred out his face because they didn't want to give him attention.
Big booty. Does she have buns? I never noticed ALC had buns. I don't disrespect.
I mean,
her.
she doesn't
she's
have massive.
usually-
So I don't look
so
at
she's-
women
she's-
in that way.
she's
And neither should
defined.
you.
She's usually dressed pretty conservatively when
Okay.
you see her, so
Yeah.
it's not like she's
not showing the buns
it
off,
off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's,
Maybe this
But-
is this
yeah.
guy's sick, twisted
yeah.
fantasy. Maybe
Or
some
like
kind of redneck.
A
You know what
little
I'm saying?
stereotypical,
Yeah,
like,
stereotypical
Latinas,
redneck.
big booties.
Right.
Oh, right.
J Lo.
J-Lo. all that
Does
good stuff.
J-Lo really have a big booty, though? I mean, like...
I think back in the day, because, you know, like, back in the day, like, little booties were in.
Yes.
Like, remember?
Okay,
It was, like, no
okay.
booties. So for someone
Right.
to have an actual booty was like, whoa. You
Oh,
know?
okay, I got
So
that.
compared to other girls, she
I
probably
got
looked like
that.
she did.
Because I just don't remember,
Yep.
like, I don't never really remember seeing J-Lo and seeing her, not that I was, Ben Affleck is a good friend
She
of
took
mine.
his last name.
Did she? She's
Yeah.
Jennifer Affleck now?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's
Oh.
horrible.
Yeah, they
Oh,
got
no,
married.
go back. No,
just
don't
got
take
married.
his name.
Sweet.
Oh, my God. Speaking of celebrity relationships.
She
I'm
didn't
glad you
take
brought
Mark
that up.
Anthony's, but she took
Ugh.
Ben's.
Chick his name.
The
Jennifer
romance.
Anthony. Now that's
Yeah.
hot. Jennifer Anthony. 2 first names?
That was too
That's
black.
sexy.
She didn't want
That's
to do
sexy. 2 first names? Jennifer Affleck?
I mean, she dated Ben
Oh.
Affleck twice.
it. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Like, you know.
Oh, I guess. Just
His
She's
last
like,
two
this-
wives' name were Jennifer.
Yeah, she's like, listen,
Oh.
it went well both times. Like, it's a soulmate.
his last 2 wives' names was Jennifer. I think that's weird. Do we have any information on this asshole? This is my homegirl?
This article from NBC just says that she shared a video on Twitter and then took it down later because it was clearly someone seeking extremist fame.
Oh, okay. One of those
Jeez.
extremist assholes.
Oh,
I
jeez.
got it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm glad you brought up this Jennifer Affleck situation because I mean, I think that's fucking horrible. I mean, I hate the way that rolls off of the tongue. Jennifer Affleck. Oof.
Oh,
Oof,
man.
oof, oof. Did you ever see Ben Affleck? What was it?
Well,
what was-
Ben Affleck and Jen Affleck.
But Ben and Jen.
He
yeah.
should have been. He should have been Ben Lopez. He should have changed his name.
Ben Lopez.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
Ben
know.
Lopez. I like that. Ben Lopez. That's nice.
Ben Lopez. Not
Ben
too
Lopez.
bad.
This is something fresh. It's new. Ben Lopez.
2022.
If I marry a Latino woman one day, I want to take her name. I
There
want to
you
be Carl Sanchez. See what I'm saying? Dice. I could be Dice Lopez.
Dice
See,
Lopez.
J Lo, he's not doing it right. You know
Carl
what I'm saying?
Rodriguez.
Carl Dice Rodriguez. I like that. I like that. It's similar to my name right now.
Right, exactly.
I could just keep everything
You'd
off
be
my.
like Dice Rodriguez.
Yeah, let's see, exactly. Like I can keep my initials, all my things that are monogrammed. I keep it all the
Pretty
same.
much, yeah.
DR. I tell people I'm a doctor. They're like, what does DR stand for? I'm like, I'm a doctor. They're like, oh wow. It's like, they're like, well, could you look at this thing on my back? I'm like, sure. I said, but the thing about me.
I'm not that kind of doctor.
See, Charles is reading my mind. It's like instead of trying to save, I'm a microphone doctor. Instead of trying to save my patients, I try to kill them.
There you
I was like, oh, well, maybe you should look at my back thing. No, let me take a look. Let me take a look at that.
Oh my
They
god.
may fight you. They say, no, I think I'm okay. But no, I want to take a look. Yeah. So anyway, I want to stick on the celebrity relationship shit because I'm having some issues with the Rihanna ASAP Rocky thing. I just can't wrap my head around this thing. You know what I'm saying? And I heard that when they announced the pregnancy, that Drake unfollowed ASAP Rocky and Rihanna.
Oh, he was
Yeah,
hurt.
man.
Oh.
He unfollowed them both. So I unfollowed them as well because
Right,
I was
of
like,
course.
well, if Drake's
Well, he's
doing
a
it,
beige citizen.
he's
so-
a big resident.
Yeah.
General Drake.
General Drake.
General of the Canadian front. That's right. General Drake. You know, so as soon as the general unfollowed him, I immediately unfollowed him too. Now the thing about it that I'm having, the problem I'm having with the ASAP Rocky, Rihanna, Drake love triangle thing. Why ASAP? Why did she go with him and not Drake?
Well, you know what happens when you go to prison in Sweden, right?
What happens?
You get fed 3-course meals. And
Oh,
you get a TV.
so he was living it up in jail. You're saying?
Comparatively speaking, I would say.
So he wasn't hurting over there. He was loving it. ASAP, I hear you're
No,
loving
he
jail
definitely
over
wasn't
there.
loving it. but he
From a
wasn't loving
Swedish,
it.
from a Swedish beige resident. That's right. He's saying you're loving it in jail. What else happened to him? Anything funny? Anything
No,
you're worried
I
about,
just-
Charles?
No. I was just leading into that. But actually pointing out that it's good prison conditions. in
right.
Sweden.
But, I mean, look, that's
Like
not
if I
even-
want, I don't want to go to jail anywhere. But if I were to go to jail, like I would rather be in.
Yeah, my
Sweden.
thing is, I'm trying to figure out. You got ASAP Rocky. I mean, look, listen. I'm not into the guys or anything, but there's nothing wrong with that. But he's a good-looking guy, I guess.
Yeah.
You guys ASAP Rocky. He's a good-looking guy. But then you got Drake on the other hand. Who do you go for?
Okay, here's the thing, right? This is what men look at, and this is why they're confused, because they look at what's right in front of them. So they're looking at his status, they're looking at his looks, who's after Drake. But women, we look at
That's not what I'm looking at. But I'm gonna let you finish.
But a lot of times we look at like what's behind that in a sense. A$AP Rocky might treat her better. He might love her in her love language. Rihanna has it all. She has the money. He has the looks. He's a really good looking guy. He's
So
pretty.
you're saying he's a boy toy? ASAP
Boy
Rocky
toy.
boy toy. Is that
I
what you're
would say
saying?
boy toy.
He's a
but I
boy
would say that he
toy.
probably benefits her in a way that she needs
bet.
because she has everything else.
I bet he's benefiting
Emotionally,
a lot from that.
physically, probably too. You know, but
You get a billionaire girlfriend? I mean, you got a billionaire girlfriend, A$AP Rocky. I mean, Harlem, stand up! What the hell's going on in Harlem? What the hell's in the water? God damn it! I mean, I seen A$AP Rocky the other day. He had on like a curly wig that was like purple. He had on a kilt and he was smoking a cigarette. You know, I'm like, A$AP Rocky. I mean, like, none of it matched. None of it matched. The cigarette didn't match the skirt. The skirt didn't match the wig. None of it went together. I'm just like, and this guy's running around with with Drake's old girlfriend. I don't know Rihanna. That was a Freudian slip. Look at this nut. No, not even that. Look at him.
he looks
Look
like somebody's,
at this guy.
He looks like somebody's grandma.
Well,
A$AP Rocky, you're
just-
getting away with murder.
He just wants to be a member of the beige race.
That was good. That
he
was
won't
good.
make it. He won't pass the test.
But normally he does look good. I mean, he has a different type of style. I just think about the type of woman
That's-
Rihanna is, and
You
she's
mean
into
different,
fashion.
more
and
normal
stuff.
than that, you mean?
Yeah. Wait, normal.
Rihanna.
Yeah, that's a bad look. We have our bad days.
Rihanna,
I'm
call
kidding.
in.
That was
Rihanna-
like a self-chosen bad day, though.
Yeah.
Rihanna, if you're watching, call in because I want to talk to you. I want to. You don't have to call in this week, but DM me, Rihanna. I'll give you my info this time, and call in next week because I want to talk to you. I want to get some perspective on this. I just can't wrap my head around it. And see, I wasn't really looking at the top layer stuff because I'm trying to dig deep. I'm trying to dig under the skin. I'm trying to get underneath. What's really going on? What's supporting this madness? It's madness. What is supporting this? I'm confused here. It's absolute madness. So then I said, okay. A$AP Rocky, he likes 40 ounces. Okay.
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah.
At least at a
that's
period of
plus.
time in your life.
So that's a plus, right? He's drinking 40s. We know that for a fact. We know A$AP Rocky.
Was he drinking Old English?
He's
Or
drinking 40s.
was it-
I hope that he's.
St.
I think they
Ives?
are. He's drinking St. Ives or Old English.
Okay.
Those are his choices of malt
Or
liquor.
Bud.
Of malt liquor. He's running around with a emerald green diamond crusted money symbol around his neck. I don't get that either. Like, why a money sign? Like, I'm old, A$AP. A$AP Rocky, if you're watching this, I want you to know I don't mean anything by this, all right? I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this because General Drake of the Canadian front hasn't been expressing some concerns. And when he hit the unfollow button, I thought you guys were all pals. I thought they were all pals. And now I'm seeing that it's not all fun and games. So psychologically, to go to Dia's point, maybe A$AP Rocky speaking Rihanna's love language. What is that? What is that? What is Rihanna? How come no one told me what it was? If Rihanna's got a love language, why isn't it posted on GoGo? Anyway.
You want to speak it, huh?
No, I'm just teasing. But the Ben Affleck J-Lo thing was a big shock to me. You know, her taking this last thing, that was a shocker. And this whole Rihanna choosing A$AP Rocky over Drake, it's got me puzzled.
It's an enigma, huh?
Like, what's wrong with Drake? It's like, is he like some kind of like sick pup behind closed doors? I mean, like, what? Drake, what's going on, buddy? Like, how come you couldn't close the deal? And maybe, was it the porn star thing? Was it the porn star pregnancy that turned Rihanna off? Because, I mean, you can have a girlfriend on the side. You could be dating somebody on or off. And I think male or female, I think that's weird. I think if you're a girl and you got like a boyfriend you've been dating on and off for a while, and then you get pregnant by a porn star, I think that's weird. And for the guy. And I think if you're a guy and you're dating a girl on and off and you get a porn star pregnant, I think that sends the wrong message. You know what I'm saying? As far as where the relationship's going. You know what I'm saying? So I think that could be. So who fudged up first?
Were they ever together?
I don't know.
They all have a long history with each other because Rihanna and Drake have been
Was the whole Chris
like on and off since like 2010 or something.
There's the whole brawl with Chris Brown and Drake. And
Yeah, and Rihanna appeared in a ASAP Rocky music video in like 2013, so they go back. And
Love him and
Drake-
leave him, Riri.
Drake had a feature
That's
on
her.
A$AP
she was dating a
Rocky's first
Saudi
album.
Arabian
So they go
prince
back.
too.
Hmm.
Wasn't she
did
dating?
the same
She was
thing.
dating DiCaprio too.
She's leading us all on. Don't you guys see that? Maybe it's like love him and leave him, Rihanna. That's right. That's what I'm gonna call it now. Love him and leave him, Riri. Anyway, moving on. Wild times. Very wild times. I'm glad that Prince Charles was able to join me and Dia today.
Yeah, I'm
this
very
week.
appreciative to be here.
Oh
as
man,
always.
thank you. In the Raw Report, and I guess that's it for us this week. A lot of crazy stuff going on. I mean, only thing I can really say is I don't know. Keep your head above society. I don't know. It's crazy. It's like nothing. There's nothing I can say. Do you have any words of wisdom or inspiration for the people? Anything?
I wish I did. Just
Damn.
just believe in change.
Oh,
Believe in
that's good.
change. Yeah.
That's hopeful.
Mhm.
Believe
Yeah.
in change. Okay. And are you Trump in 2024 or are you going to be with Biden on this one?
Oh God.
Do we know? You have to
Neither,
tell us.
probably. But
Charles, any
um,
wisdom to leave the people with?
gotta live life. Wake up in the morning is the best blessing. Take care of your health. Your wealth is your health. You know.
Well, health is your wealth. You got nothing
Keep
else.
your eyes open.
That rhymes.
Be aware. Be good to people. Expect them to be good to you. And
Go and pray.
demand that. You know.
Ooh, demand that.
When it's, important enough. Because if it's a stranger, then it doesn't really matter. But as long as nobody's getting hurt. Let's keep the murder rate down,
Yeah.
Let's keep the murder rate. Stop killing.
It's not worth it to kill somebody because they cut you off at a red light or...
Or they gave you the wrong milkshake.
Exactly.
Because that's happened. What else was a senseless thing? Person got shot because they ran out of barbecue sauce. Did you hear that one?
It wasn't the guy's fault, probably.
Probably wasn't the guy's fault, but they ran out of barbecue sauce and people are getting murdered for silly shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people are Earth. When will it stop? You know what I'm saying? Like on a serious tip. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's a good thing that we're here, We're here from the future.
We are. And we got news for you people. Stay tuned. Big
Next week.
surprise. Big surprise coming, Earth. You just sit tight. All right, anyway, Raw Report. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Dia.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mom, as always, thank you. You know
you,
what
Bob.
to do.
Thanks for watching that, and if you dug that, leave a thumbs up and say what up in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to Stony Island Audio for more.